Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to a weekly COT review. Today we're going to be analyzing the 15th Commitments of Traders Report of 2023, and as we always do, we shall start off by looking at the largest changes in commercials net positions. For those who are new to COT analysis, here at COTBase.com you'll find a lot of educational material. Not only in written format, we have some very useful videos as well. These videos can guide you through the analysis process step by step. We've got some wonderful tutorials here for you. I am going to be showing you one of our most popular indicators, the iCOT Intraday Indicator, on one of the markets that we're going to be analyzing in this review. So let's start off with our first market, the Australian dollar, which as you can see is on top of our list with a 20% change in commercials net positions. This based on a 52-week look back period. So we are measuring the recent change size compared to the past 52-week time range. So here we go. There you have the 20% change being greater than average. We have seen greater changes in the past. This is a bullish COT change signal suggesting strengthening in the next few days. Moving on to the 5 years chart, you can see that we're more or less in between the two extremes. So based on that, I wouldn't really come to any major conclusion here in the Australian dollar. I would not consider this to be the most exciting opportunity, but let's move on and see whether or not heating oil has something better to offer. We have the same change size, percentage-wise, of course, in heating oil, 20% change over here. And you can see over here on the chart, the magnitude, it is a bearish COT change signal suggesting some weakness. But as you can see, the volatility in the heating oil market has decreased. Moving to the 5 years chart, you can see that, again, the recent extreme in commercials net positions is more or less in between those two extreme levels. So I could only just repeat myself what I've just told you in the case of Australian dollar. So the next market is going to be gasoline, 18% change over here. Again, we are talking about a bearish COT change signal. Moving to the 1 years chart, you can see that over there it's probably larger than average, but nothing that's really turning my head, that's for sure. Moving to the 5 years chart, you can see that in general, I would say that this market is in a more bullish territory, but that has been the case for quite some time. Maybe if we decrease this time to, let's say, a 2 years chart, yeah, it's in between the two extremes. So again, I would not consider this or these energy markets, heating oil and gasoline, to be offering any trading opportunities in the short run for sure. In the longer term, of course, we would require a significant extreme signal, but that's not the case. So let's move on and have a look at large speculators COT extreme signals. We've got lean hogs here with an all-time COT extreme. So never in the history of lean hog COT data have we seen large speculators at such an extreme. This, of course, is a bullish COT extreme suggesting greater, stronger prices coming in the medium to long term. So you can see that, of course, this may have been a contract change in the front contract. It's definitely supporting the picture. The stress level analysis is supporting higher prices to come in lean hogs. Cocoa is our next market. Here we have a 161 report extreme. So we have seen a greater extreme in the past. The one I'm showing to you from February of 2020 is an example for that. That was a beautiful bearish COT extreme signal just at that top. So once again, we have prices at pretty high levels. If I look at this all-time chart, I wouldn't say all-time highs. Definitely we have seen greater prices in cocoa, let's say in 2011. That's not the case now. However, we have an unquestionable bearish extreme suggesting we may see a top developing in the next couple of weeks or month ahead of us. And last, for the COT review, British Pound, 57 report extreme over here. Commercials are net short right now. You can see basically it's small speculators taking the positive side of things. This is a bearish signal, no question, even the fact that small speculators are net long at the moment. Of course, this can continue on for many weeks before we reach an extreme, possibly one that's as great as the one I'm showing to you from January 2020. But I think this is a good point in time to switch over to our iCOT Intraday Indicator, because this is a wonderful tool that mimics COT analysis. However, you can use it in the shorter time frame. So as you can see, this is a 1 hour candlestick chart. These are scores that our system is giving you, again, based on concepts that we've learned throughout the years in COT analysis. And you can see how it performs. This is a default setting, by the way. You have the strongest signal, a stripe signal, just at this bottom level. Then the after signal gives you a buy, and you can see how well it follows the market as it's going up. And there are, of course, opportunities on the short side as well. So I think it's a very useful tool for anybody who's trading on a shorter time frame. You can also see how well our stop lines are put on the chart. For instance, catching this sell signal, you can see how many times you could have entered the market. And of course, the after signal filters out the signals very, very effectively. So I think it's a good tool. COT analysis is in the background, even if we are not using the COT data itself within the indicator, but it has its presence, that's for sure. If you have any questions, by the way, feel free to comment underneath the video or send us an email to info@cotbase.com. You also could find information about these indicators on our indicators section if you want to look into that. We explain to you what kind of signals we are producing and which ones are the strongest. I think it's a wonderful tool, something that very well supplements the higher time frame analysis of classic COT analysis. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate you being with me. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I wish you guys a pleasant and successful week ahead of you. And hopefully you will join me in my next COT review. Take care. Goodbye.